The first and only job I ever had behind a bar was at El Seco's on Clarence Place, Newport, in 1975. At the end of the night, Julian Sokolo, one of the owners, paid me £5 and told me never to come back. I generally steered clear of Julian after that, but his brother Johnny became a huge part of my life after he transformed the low-rent bar and restaurant into TJ's Disco, which then unexpectedly morphed into one of the most celebrated punk rock venues in Europe. TJ's cramped dance floor lay below a plaster of Paris grotto that covered the ceiling and made you feel like you're inside Johnny Sokolo's brain. There were two murals on opposite walls, one with yellow sand, blue skies and palm trees, a depiction of the Seychelles, the tropical paradise from which his merchant seaman father had sailed. The other, the mighty Newport Transporter Bridge and cloudy grey bleakness, Pill, the village beside Newport Docks where old man Sokolo had landed and met Johnny and Julian's man.
A pitbull tattoo, one good eye of blue, that's wandering still, but what can you do? These ropes that are knotted, tangled around me, I'm a sailor who wandered a little too far from the sea. Did they raise up this child just to die? To stare for too long into one sky? Well, surely Bassie's from Tiger Bay, but I'll spend my life down in Pill. They shut down the docks, thrown our lives on the rocks, but my good eye is wandering still. Past the pubs where I fester all day. Transport a bridge, transport me away. These ropes that are knotted, tangled around me, I'm a sailor who wandered a little too far from the sea. They passed in the channel, great ships by the score, to carry out coal and carry in ore. And at night these old sea legs were anxious to stray. They come from all over, but never intended to stay. So tell me something I don't know. Find me a skipper with somewhere to go. These ropes that are knotted, tangled around me, I'm a sailor who wandered a little too far from the sea.
Hi, I'm Jon Langford. I live in Chicago, but I'm from Newport in South Wales, and one of my favourite clubs is called Le Pub on the High Street, and it's been threatened by the entire coronavirus lockdown. We want to keep it in business, keep it putting on gigs. Send some money. I'll sing some songs, you send some money. www.crowdfunder.co.uk/SaveLePub. Thank you. Rob from the Murringer gave me this. I'm trying to give something back. Newport, Newport, so good they named it once, sang Ralph and the Ponytails. And if I'd thought about it, I'd have probably been gone for good when I left for art school in Leeds in October 76. Most of my friends were scattered randomly across the country, and the port was on the brink of massive economic decline. The death of steel, then coal, then all Thatcher's other cruel punishments. Strangely enough, through Bob Last, the Rosillo's tour manager who put out the Mekon's first singles on Fast Product, I accidentally fell in with a crowd of maverick Newport punk rockers I'd never known when I lived there. Like the Mekons had done in Leeds, Ralph and the Ponytails supported the Rosillos when they came through the port. They caught Bob Last's ear with their magnificent songs about James Bond and Crossroads, and he assumed they must be mates of mine. But I was a gay boy who ended up in Betis for high school, while these ponytails were mostly from the other side of the river. Ralph himself, aka Mike Mulcahy, was Betis Irish but went to St Joseph's Catholic School and was at that very moment en route to Catholic College in Leeds, where we finally met up one afternoon in the Fenton pub, spawning a volatile relationship that even saw us sharing primitive living accommodations from time to time. When I was back home, I hung out with the ponytails at O'Reilly's Bar and the Angel in Baineswell. Went off in their van with them, produced their first single, and met other Silurian visionaries in their orbit, like Carlton B. Morgan, Julian Hayman and Sassy Hicks. Even Green from Scritti Politti, who had also been in college in Leeds, would hitch rides on Ponytails treks across the country and frequent packed Bowie Roxy nights with us in the basement of the Stowaway on Stow Hill, down which the Chartist martyrs had marched to their destiny.
Take you back to the year of 1839. The town of Newport, the last bloody uprising. The masters of industry eating their caviar. Caviar, caviar, caviar. The wheels of industry pound heavier, heavier, heavier. Yeah, I'm a face on a wall in a fine institution. I'm a face from the past, staring into the future, where the truth often hurts, but it's somewhere it's needed. He dipped his foot in the water, but the water kept moving, so nothing can be the same except who we blame. You get to work in the mine, I get to do what I like. The power flows one way. We're leaving Gandhi for today. The current flows one way. We're going away. Oh no, Daddy's not mad. He just used to be lazy. How we were walking to Newport and the boys all went crazy. I don't know how many died or just crawled off to hide on the devil's heap of stones. They cornered Solomon Jones. Solomon Jones, Solomon Jones, Solomon Jones, Solomon Jones. The current flows one way. We're leaving the valleys today, leaving the old world, transported away. Now where the daffodils grow in the hills of Tasmania, all this swimming on dry land has become part of our nature. Sending mail on the sea, I hope you're there to receive it. We always promised the world and hoped the world would believe it. The current flows our way. We're leaving Australia today. The power flows one way. We're going away. Now I'm a face out a window, staring out on the Pennines. I put all my money in textiles, and I died as an exile. Now all the rulers and the slaves are disguised but not changed. Sometimes you get what you ask for. Time to start asking for more.
Quite soon after I moved to Chicago in 1992, I was back in town drinking with my cousin Mark Price and Julian Hayman at some gig in the ballroom of the King's Head, and we decided to form a band, so I'd have an excuse to fly back over for band meetings whenever it was deemed necessary. First we were called Double L, a trio who did maypole dances in miners' helmets to a beatbox at TJ's, but later we expanded into the Men of Gwent with Matt, Barkley, Gitto and Eric from the Bronx on drums. This Newport song was written with the aid of ocean-spanning modern technology, but recorded face-to-face in Crinder by the Men of Gwent a few years ago for an album on Country Mile Records.
Smelly rags and an old wet Argus, wrap it up the spout. Stink of piss from under the station, spent too long in the new found out. There's doorways leading upstairs, and boards cover most of the streets. I drank myself senseless down at the bridge. Now years are just memories to keep. We're all feeling special this morning, watching thunderclouds roll through the sky. See the best and the bitter draining away from the corner of our eyes, from the corner of our eyes. The house on the hill fell to ruin, it seems, so he crawled off to sleep in Baineswell. Towns into cities, tribes into teams, there's an odour that we hardly smell. A lottery prize has paid for the seeds, Victorian glass houses and streams. Flowers in Bellevue have replaced the old weeds, a bench with white cider to dream. Now we're all feeling special this morning, calling thunderbolts down from the sky. See the best and the bitter draining away from the corner of our eyes, from the corner of our eyes. Smash it up, smash it up, smash it up, smash it up. The hometown, the outgrown town, the boom town is a bust. Our mural smashed into pieces, history ground into dust. Feed me till I want no more.
Newport, Leeds, Chicago. It was less a planned trajectory than a Rust Belt medley, where each move just dragged me farther from the sea. Throughout the 90s, songs started appearing that weren't for the Mekons or the Waco Brothers, but were written with the eyes of an exile and focused clearly on home, on South Wales.
Someone's dead in blue, it's straight. Down the stairs we chip some paint. declined sweet sherry, had some tea, and hovered silently. Someone's dead in Caldecott. We dug their grave on a brand new plot. See, the footbridge has been taken down. It only takes 5 minutes to drive through town. But the flowers look like wounds. The roads cut deep and direct. The railways change their names and don't connect. I remember Aberfan, those sad little crosses up on the hill, wouldn't swim in the channel, or now people paralysed at Oxwich Bay. 2 containers full of chemicals. Can't take the boy down there, what would his mother say? Someone's dead in Clarence Place. A dried palmed handshake, a face like a wildcat grave. Was some problem with the feet, but we were soft-spoken, formal and discreet. When the lid is down and you're underground, we wait and watch, just hanging round. Dream of horses in black feathers, breathing heavy at the front of the motorcade.
Last year I got to play the public space on Newport High Street opposite the beloved Murringer pub, once with the Mekons and again later in the year with the Men of Gwent. I am massively proud to be an owner-investor of a venue in my hometown, even if the money I contributed only paid for a 9-inch long shelf in the gig room, which accommodates roughly 3 pints of beer. The extremely energetic, eccentric and supportive music scene in Newport, now centred on the pub, is what's kept me so connected to the port for all these years and from all those miles away. And I know that despite everything, whatever obstacles that lie ahead, I'll be coming back again and again.
Wherever you wander, wherever you'll be, up there in the Rhondda, or down here by the sea, we're calling you home. We're calling you home. And this time, it's to stay. And I can fly over the clouds and over the rain, and I can see the greedy hand of the vandals who ravished the land. It's just waiting to happen. The equation's the same, and the rules are as dirty. Though everything's changed, I see it all. You're still so small, and disasters will take new names. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, La 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 na na na, na 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 na, la na na na, na na na, na na na. And yeah, I can fly over the valleys and over the hills, and I see the secrets, all the kisses and the quiet. Yeah, I see the moonlight in the valley. It's taking me back to where the earth is still black, and the murderer lies under your feet, taking me back. Na 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 na, la na na na. Taking me back. Na 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 na, la 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 la.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my Newport songs, and I hope you'll send some money. Here, here, here.